Okay, good morning, it's Michael and good morning everyone. Okay, today we continue our lesson with the process of involuntarily breathing. Okay, or involuntary breathing process. Okay, now carbon dioxide, okay, from our body cells respiration, okay, it acts as stimulus, okay, and this stimulus, okay, will be detected by chemoreceptors. All right, it can be the central chemoreceptors or the peripheral chemoreceptors, okay, and these chemoreceptors will send impulse, okay, to the ventral of the medulla. Okay, and you know the medulla of the brain is the breathing control center. Okay, now what happens next? Okay, the medulla of the brain will send impulse, okay, to the diaphragm and external intercostal muscle, okay, via the intercostal nerves and phrenic nerves. Okay, so now this diaphragm and external intercostal muscle, when they receive the firing of impulse, okay, from the medulla, what happens? This diaphragm and external intercostal muscle will contract. Now the contraction of this diaphragm and external intercostal muscle, okay, will cause the expansion of the thoracic cavity. Now inspiration occurs, okay, and the lungs expand. Now, when the lungs expand, okay, stretch receptor in the walls of the alveoli and bronchioles will be stimulated, okay, and this stretch receptor will fire, okay, inhibitory impulses, okay, to the expiratory center in the medulla oblongata via the vagus nerves. So earlier I've mentioned about intercostal nerves and phrenic nerves, okay, that is to stimulate the diaphragm as well as the external intercostal muscle, which in further subsequently, okay, causes inspiration. Now the stretch receptor in the walls of the alveoli and bronchioles, apparently they will fire inhibitory impulses, okay, to the medulla via vagus nerve. Now what happens? Okay, inspiratory will be inhibited. Now when inspiratory is inhibited, okay, the medulla of the brain will not send or fire any impulse to the diaphragm and external intercostal muscle, which will cause this diaphragm and external intercostal muscle to relax because they do not receive any impulse from the medulla of the brain. If they receive impulse, they contracted. Okay, now next, when this diaphragm and external intercostal muscle relax, okay, expiration will occur where the lungs will contract. Okay, now contraction of the lungs, okay, will not stimulate the stretch receptor in the walls of the alveoli and bronchioles. Okay, and this will not, okay, this will inhibit, okay, impulse from being fired to the medulla of the brain. Okay, so meaning to say, because the thing is, when the stretch receptor, okay, in the walls of the alveoli and bronchioles are stimulated, they will fire impulse to the medulla of the brain, medulla oblongata of the brain, and this will inhibit inspiratory. Now the thing is here, when this stretch receptor in the walls of the alveoli and bronchioles are not stimulated, inhibitory impulse will not be fired to the medulla of the brain. Okay, so after this event, the cycle, okay, will repeats again. Okay, where the presence of the carbon dioxide, if it's still there, what happen? The chemoreceptors will fire impulse to the ventral medulla oblongata. Okay, and the cycle continues. Now, class, the process of voluntary, okay, breathing, okay, it involves direct actions from the cerebrum, and cerebrum controls your actions. Okay, now one of the action is like holding your breath. Okay, so voluntary breathing, what happens? Okay, the cerebrum, okay, will send impulse to the um, breathing center, okay, to be more specific, medulla of the brain. Okay, and this in turns, okay, will directs the medulla of the brain not to fire any impulse to the diaphragm and external intercostal muscle, and this will in turn cause the diaphragm and external intercostal muscle to relax, which subsequently cause expiration, okay, and the lungs contract. So meaning to say, while you're holding your breath, expiration occurs minimally, okay, and the cycle repeats. Okay, so that's it for today about the involuntarily breathing process. So any comment, please put in the comment box below. Okay, thank you. Bye.